Hi, old CTR. We're back at the old Southside Body Shop with Harlan Velt Camp, and we didn't get a very good look at his 57 the other day when we was here. It was bad weather and he had a cover on it.
Poor old car, sitting there just resting, doing nothing.
Somebody got some of them homemade racing slicks over here. Picking out the pretty finish shots, putting the right lighting to them.
Pretty cool on it. Off, mine, right?
Let him give you the nickel tour.
This old 57, I was from Northwest Iowa and I found it sitting by a guy's garage. And I stopped by and asked if he wanted to sell it, and he said, no, I don't want to sell it, it belongs to my son. Well, it stood there for another month or so, and I stopped by again, had to bug him one more time. And he said, well, I'll give my son a call. So he called the boy up, and the guy said, yeah, he'd probably sell it. Well, the thing had new exhaust on, and it was an old drag car, and the wheel wells were cut out of it. It looked really rough. It was some gray primer, but it had a 283 3-speed with a big 2-barrel carburetor on it. And he said, boy, this baby would fly. So I ended up buying the old car from him, and I got busy in my shop and set this old car by a tree by my shop, and guy comes along. I ended up paying $200 for this car. Guy comes along and he said, you want to sell the old 57? Well, back then I'd sell anything if you made $100 or two. So I said, yeah, I'll sell it. He said, what do you want for it? I said, $400. He walked around a little bit and started it up. He said, I'll give you $3. And I thought, gee, I don't know. That's a pretty good old car. I hate to sell it for $3. I said, no, I think I'll just hang on to it. Man, I tell you what, that's the day when two fools met, because if he'd have took me up, I'd have kicked myself in the ass today, yeah. He walked away from it. I seen him a few years later, and he says, boy, did I screw up. I said, thank goodness you screwed up, because now I still got a 57 Chevy. Anyway, this old 57, I ended up picking away on it and working on it a little bit. I worked in a factory. That guy there was a really good welder, and he could weld anything, and I opened the old trunk lid up on the old 57 one day, and by golly, them wheel wells that they'd cut out were laying inside the trunk. I couldn't believe it.
Weld them back in.
I took them out and held it up against there, and I don't know what they cut it out with, but they didn't have no plasma cutters back then, but whoever cut it out nice, because you could just put it right up there, and the old boy in the old welding shop, he welded them quarters back in there. To this day, them quarters are still on there. And
this one over here, ain't it? It had a little damage on it.
Yeah. This one over here had a little damage, and then back then, I was pretty good at patching things with stovepipe or whatever was nice and handy. And when I got into this, I ran into a bunch of pop rivets, because I remember pop riveting them panels, and I didn't do no welding back then. It was all pop riveted, and I could just tell every little pop rivet that was in there starting to push out, so we kind of redid the whole.
That's been several years back.
Yeah, it's been probably 30 years back now. I've had this car since late 70s, somewhere in there.
You'd had one quarter, hell, maybe 20 years ago, you had it in here and you was redoing a repair on it or something. Maybe a deer smoked it, or
yeah, Yeah, this one had a little damage, and then quite a while back I took her out for a test drive, and I came back and I hit the brakes, and I thought I could make it into my driveway, and I kind of overshot the driveway and put her down the ditch. Well, I hit a big old curb and screwed up my left front fender right in the flame area. But I got her all blended back in there where just, I'm the only guy that kind of knows it now that I tell you, but.
I can't see it still. I looked, I knew what I was looking for too, but.
It turned out really good. So that's pretty much, I guess I'll never sell this old car because it's got too much history, and my daughter thinks she's gonna end up with it when I kick off, so we'll see what happens, I guess.
Well, that's about all you get for today, folks, but check in next time. We're at Southside Body Shop, Harlan Belt Camp. I'm out.
457. Yeah. It's laser neglectful.
Can I take a video?
Sure.
Thank you. I didn't feel like I needed to ask at this point, Harlan. I said I think I need to ask at this point. Video your car or not. I mean, I've seen its underthings and stuff a few occasions.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody might.
Man, that old thing come out good, Harlan.
No, that's another fuel tank on that 55 out there. Thank you. Over and pick that one up. Hey, that one, what do you want for the 6 Yeah.
Well, folks, old CTR got Cadwell brought. On the rollback, we're gonna bring her home today. It's been a many years of struggle and strife for the old devil, but he's worked with me and my buddy quite a bit over the years. What do you think? Ain't he a jewel? I mean, look at that slick paint we got there. Custom full plate bumper. Quite the unit.
Kick the tires like the fires! Video of that.
like this double custom two-tone paint job it's got on there, the black lichen special. Not everybody got one like this. We got that black lichen custom paint on there on top of that white two-tone. Yeah, hey, put a little glitter in there. It's lovely.
He said it was missing the springs.
I bet I know it.
You got it, huh? We'll get back and watch him.
Going on front first and then back. Just like this. Should hold itself up there. Hood hinge probably shot, that's why it took a while.
It could run. Put some
It'll run.
Yeah, he put some fuel in it.
He said he had it running not long
It'll
ago.
run.
Just because it wasn't tagged didn't mean it drove.
It just got rotten.
That's the only time it ever got tagged that I know of.
There's rotten fuel in it.
Grab me that new battery.
I can see it. Look at that filter. That's rotten ass shit. I just unhook it and pour it down it. Till you
I
get
got-
that and drain.
I got a few gallons of. Very little. Most of it's burned. First thing he said, I've seen you drag some shit in, but this kind of takes the cake.